Y'all, are we rolling?
We are rolling. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the One Change of Clothes podcast. Happy New
2026.
Year, right? Happy New Year, everyone. Uh, yeah, I guess just to get it off the table, for the past 2 weeks, I've been on vacation, which is half of all our departments. So, absolutely zero work has been done over the past 2 weeks regarding this podcast. Actually, regarding anything.
The show was put on hold.
I mean, it was just, it's just a slow time visiting family, all that, holiday season. But it's the new year. We're back in action. We'll be gone next week too, to be fair.
Yeah,
But
but
then
that's
we're back, bro. But
we
then
gotta
we're back.
record. Yeah, and not we're gonna be back in person. First in person pod coming this month.
Right. We said that last month, but
Yeah, but
when
for
it
the
happens, it'll happen. When it happens, it'll happen. But for now, yeah, planning end of the month we'll have an in-person pod, perhaps.
it's gonna be out
But
of state, out of jurisdiction for both of us.
that's true. Oh,
Yeah,
we're actually going to New Orleans. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
we're actually going to New Orleans,
We're doing it,
guys.
guys. We're gonna spend hundreds, well, maybe $100 for the next production of the next podcast. That's just
Well,
trip,
we're not
just
spending a
trip
hundred
fees.
dollars for the podcast. We're spending $100 plus
Yeah,
in
but
doing a
it's
podcast.
kind of for the podcast because like you get the experiences and we're gonna talk about it. Honestly, Nola's a tax write
Eh,
off.
Nah, you're right. Everything I do is for a podcast. It's
Yeah,
just so I can have more things to talk about on the pod.
that's what I'm saying. Our life is a business.
That's so true, dude. Way to market ourselves too.
Thank you, thank you.
Mine
Uh,
might need some work, some
huh?
PR. Need some PR training.
Nah, we're raw, uncut, real.
Dude, we are raw and uncut.
Well, never mind. Um,
Anyways,
yeah. How
okay,
was
guys,
how was
listen,
Colorado?
wait. Okay, yeah, it was good. It was
You can say
actually
whatever you wanted to say.
it was actually super dry there. There was like no snow. We got a whole inch of snow the whole time I was there. So, like, I
An
went
inch is a
skiing or I
lot.
went snowboarding. I mean, not for like end of December.
No, I know.
And plus they've had a total of like 6 inches this whole year, like this whole winter season so far.
Yeah, it has not been good for the snowboarding folk
No,
recently.
I know. I'm hoping like some fat front comes through within the next week to cover Montana in snow at least.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
it should
Oh,
be better in Montana, but the problem is it's like well, the problem in Colorado is that it actually gets warm there, so all the snow melts. Like it should not melt as much in Montana, but like if
oh,
there's
dude,
no snow coming in, then there's like doesn't even matter if it won't melt. There's no
it
snow.
would suck if fucking you get to Montana. There's just no snow.
Well, the thing is, it's like so I did go twice, and I mean, yeah, it's not anything like it usually is.
You
There's
were gone
literally
for 2 weeks and you only went
one slope.
snowboarding twice.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
expensive to snowboard anyways.
oh, trust me, I do know.
I have to like rent the gear and like we have to drive out early in the morning because we're
No,
not
that's
right on
fine.
the resort or anything. We have to drive like an hour and a half to get to a resort or
Oh,
to a
that's
slope.
valid. That's
But it's
very
like
valid.
I mean, it just kind of sucked because there was two lifts open, one that went halfway up the slope and another one that went a little more up the slope, and that was the only slope that was open. So it was like there was
Oh
no
yeah, not
variety.
really worth.
I mean, and it was like it was nice because we'd get out there in the morning and there was no one there. Like no, it was only like the few locals that were like heavy into it, you know. But
I
there
do
was
know.
no one there, so it was actually really nice. Like in the mornings when it was all groomed, and they collected all of the snow on the mountain just to make this one little run. But no, it was cool. But for like, it would have sucked if you had gone like a 4-day pass, and you had booked the
Yeah.
hotel and you had flown out there, and then all you get is like one run, bro. Because like after, like we got there around 9, and then around noon, 1, we were already done. There's just nothing to do. Just got boring after doing it 10 times. So, but yeah, it was pretty decent. Got to hang out with the fam otherwise. So,
Well, did you see that Telluride fully closed down?
oh, are they? Because they have no snow.
No, it's actually the it was a worker strike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the ski lift operators were like, "I'm done. Like, this town is no longer affordable. We can't work here unless you pay us more." And like, basically, the dude who like owns the whole town was like, "Fuck you guys," and they're like, "All right, fuck you. No more skiing."
Holy shit. No, I didn't
Yeah,
know about that actually.
it's unfortunate.
Man, interesting. Well, Eric, I guess let's sort of get into our plan here. Um, like I said, we haven't done anything in the past 2 weeks. So as we're recording this, which is the 4th of January, we should have Gas Pump Girls. I know, long time coming. We should have that one edited and out by tonight or tomorrow morning. And then we'll have this one out sometime later this week. And right, so we've just finished up our gas pump arc.
And
Or
we're
not our gas
excited
pump,
to
our gas
announce
station arc, sorry.
our new theme for January.
And it actually leads into our February theme as well. It's sort of a double whammy.
Double whammo.
Eric, what is our January theme?
We're gonna be doing motherfucking Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 5 movies, and there's 5 weeks of January, so a movie a week. It's perfect, right?
We're locked in.
Meant to be. You know, I'm sure on the last couple episodes, you've probably heard Eric mention he wants to do Pirates for January. Well, we've gone and expanded it. We're doing Pirates of the Caribbean in January. And then in February, we'll be doing our actual pirate arc where we discuss some actual historical pirates. We
Arr.
thought we'd start off the year with the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Nice and easy. They're fun to watch. I mean, I would say this is definitely one of the best TV series.
Oh, hands down.
Like,
It's up there with like Kung Fu Panda and stuff.
nah, on God. And like, I mean, shoot, let's just get into it, guys. Today we're going to be discussing The Curse of the Black Pearl. All right, obviously the first one. This movie came out in 2003.
Crazy Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and a fun fact, what do you think this movie was based on?
Pirates.
No. Well, I mean, I guess kind of, yeah. But where did so you might be thinking they drew inspiration from a book, right? About like a similar book or something like that. They did not actually do that.
Really?
They took their inspiration from a Disney ride, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, so
They
they
made
built the
5
ride.
movies off a roller coaster.
Yep, bro, they built the roller coaster before they had the movies out.
That's actually
And then
insane.
they were like, "Hey, we should make a fucking movie about this." Okay? So yeah, that's what they did. And I mean, I've got a few more fun facts here. So, it was the second highest grossing film of 2003.
What was the first?
Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
Oh,
So
that's
it's
okay.
actually
That's
such
kind
a
of valid.
shame. Yeah, it's such a shame it came out that year because uh I
Any
mean,
other year it would have
it's
been number
really
one.
hard to compete with that. So, but Orlando Bloom, obviously one of the main characters in this, he's also in Lord of the Rings: Return of the King,
He
right?
is. He is
He's Legolas.
also was married to the name of our Discord group chat.
That's true, dude. Katy Perry fan club. That's our
Who
Discord name.
who would have guessed? Is there background noise coming from my end?
No, I don't hear anything. See,
All
dude,
right,
that's the
cool.
noise suppression coming in.
It is. It is.
But so apparently Orlando Bloom actually had to go like intense training for the sword to like accurately portray sword fights and stuff. Pretty
Did Johnny
interesting.
Depp also have to do that?
I feel like Johnny Depp probably just already knew how to do that.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Just max chloroforming.
Apparently, this was the first Disney movie to be rated PG-13.
Interesting.
Yep. Yep.
Huh. I'm gonna
Okay.
put it
Yeah.
on mute and throw it
So it
on in the
was
background.
a little over 2 hours, 2 hours long, right?
Yeah, well,
It was
okay, so
good.
that's the thing that kind of got me as because I've watched all of them at this point,
Yep.
is they're all damn near 3 hours.
This one was 2 hours.
225.
Yeah. But yeah,
I
no,
mean,
they're pretty long. They're pretty
yeah,
long, which is crazy. I would also like to just point out that it's actually kind of crazy how well the other movies are set up just from this first movie.
that was based off a roller coaster.
Which was based on, yeah, no. So it was really good that, like, because there was a lot of things that I saw, because I haven't watched it in a while, and I would, like, they like mentioned something, and I was like, oh shit, bro, that's just like the whole basis of the third movie,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Which is kind of crazy, but very cool that the continuity is there. Very well thought out. The character of Jack Sparrow might just be the greatest like character created on TV or
He's
on
the
movies. Like
GOAT.
it's just his character's just so insane.
I mean, I
I mean,
think,
obviously Johnny Depp is definitely one of my favorite actors. He's just so
yeah,
good. He plays like the kooky, like weird, like insane person so well.
the uh the opening scene, or I guess the opening scene for
Yes,
fucking
yes.
Captain
Or
Jack,
yeah, the character intro, dude,
one of the
best.
biggest ore farming moments of all time.
That shit, I literally wrote down. I was like, greatest character intro ever.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, there
like it just
nothing.
set up beautifully.
No, exactly. It's like the fact that, right, we get a pic of him. He's like on the crow's nest, right? And you're like, oh
Yep.
shit, dude, that's epic. And then he drops down. It's like some dingy ass boat. It's sinking in, and you're just like, what the hell, right? And then he sees
Perfectly.
the gallows, the pirates, ye be warned, or whatever, bro. But then he just like fucking sails in on the crow's nest, and the boat's just completely sank. Oh my
I mean,
god. No, it's insane.
it is, it is, and I don't know. I guess I can't get into it because that's a different movie. But I mean, just like you're saying, the foreshadowing in the first movie that leads into the other movies is just phenomenal.
I know. No, it's really good. And
Yeah,
then okay, so he sails in, and then obviously there's this whole, or he sails into this town, which is, we don't really know what town it is, but it's just some random British controlled town
well, I
in.
think we skipped over we went straight to Captain Jack. We got it. It opens. The movie opens
True, true.
with Elizabeth Swan and
Yeah,
like the
finding.
royals finding
No, they're
Orlando
on. Yeah,
Bloom.
they're on board the Navy. I must say also the historical accuracy in this movie is actually really well.
Yeah,
Like it's really well researched. They actually reached out to a lot of like historians and pirate experts to get a lot of the just small details and minutia right, which makes it really fun to watch as well because like sometimes you'll be watching a movie and you'll just be like, bro, come on.
Like
1800s.
that is
You're
not
like,
right.
bro,
Yeah.
that would not be happening in like 1800s Scotland. Like, let's be serious.
The East Indian Trading Company.
But yeah, East Indian Trading Company, right? So it's like the British Navy, and then the Governor Swan. He's the
Governor.
governor of some city there.
Yes. Some
Some
fort.
port. It's a port city
Yeah.
with a fort. Yeah. His daughter Elizabeth Swan, right? They're on the boat or whatever, and she's singing pirate songs, which foreshadows obviously them finding this little boy floating in the water. Turns out to be Will Turner,
Mr. Tana.
right? And obviously, the most important thing here is that um, Elizabeth finds like a pirate medallion around his neck, and she like sort of ends up taking it from him
Not
because
sorta.
she was
She rips
afraid.
that bitch off his neck. No
Yeah. Well,
remorse.
yeah, but she was also like the dudes like came up behind her right as she was like looking at it.
No, I know. Yeah.
So it was kind of like she didn't want to, and she later explains like she was like, "Yeah, I didn't want you
To get
to
killed.
think you were a pirate and have you hanged," type shit. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, she basically just stole his fucking medallion. So
It's okay. It all ends up for better.
it does, I guess. But yeah, so I guess then we have the Jack Sparrow scenes. He, the thing where he's like, where it's like you have to pay to tie up your boat, and they just like turn around and there's like no boat there. And
It's just the crow's nest peeking out of the
yeah,
water.
yeah, it's like, what do you say? 3 shillings, and we forget the name. It's like, welcome to port, Mr. Smith. This shit was
Yeah.
fire. And then he
And
just
then
steals the money back.
and then you got Elizabeth Swan in her corset. You know, she can't. You know, she's complaining about how tight it is. And
Oh,
then
dude, yeah. And then we get, dude, another great, pretty great, like character intro. I guess we technically saw Will Turner, but him like being there in the thing, and he just like breaks the candle, the candle holder.
yeah.
This shit is too keg. But yeah, he's
Also,
obviously
no,
okay.
you can
No,
go.
okay. I was gonna say Will obviously is the he's a sword maker, blacksmith's apprentice actually, and he works for some guy, and the guy made a sword, or we're led to believe, right, that his master made the sword. Obviously, we find out Will is the one making the swords because his master's a raging drunk.
Yeah,
So,
who would do that?
but then we get like some weird tension between Elizabeth and Will, right? So
Well,
obviously they're kind
I
of
don't want to skip over two of my favorite side characters. I don't know if their names are even ever
no, we're
mentioned.
not. No, we're not. We're not gonna skip over them, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know if you do.
Is it the two guards?
Oh, you know me so well.
Dude, come on, man. Dude, I literally have them written down here. Come on, we're not. That's after this, actually. That's after this.
No, it's
Or
not.
it's like, yes, it is. No, we're still
Ilium.
talking about when they're in the house, bro.
Oh, okay, okay.
They haven't even. He like just gave her the corset, and they're gonna go. He and Will's like presenting him the sword, and they're about to go to Commodore Norring, or I guess he's about to become the Commodore. And there's like some
Okay,
ceremony
okay, okay,
shit.
okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And we find out Commodore Norrington is planning to propose to Elizabeth, but then we also find out that Will and Elizabeth are kind of like in love or whatever, right? Or
Kinda.
we're kind of
They
like,
made for each other.
yeah, not for real,
You can
right?
feel
Okay,
the
so
tension through the screen.
we go. Obviously, they go to their thing, and we cut to Jack Sparrow and the two guys. Okay, I've got to say, dude. So first of all, I absolutely love that the parallel of those two guards and then the two pirate goons.
Yes.
They're like the
Yes.
exact same characters, but the two became like in alternate universes where were like good,
And
outstanding citizens, and the other
the
ones
ones
became
you're a
pirates.
pirate. No, the fucking
Really perfect.
the character development and the characters in this movie are so well done.
Yeah, no, they're really well done. And then so like yeah, so we get to the like Jack Sparrow trying to get on the ship, which just leads to like the greatest exchange ever. You know, like this exchange is just so awesome of him being like, what is he like? Why are you here? And he's like, I've come to commandeer a ship. And he's like,
Yeah.
or no, oh no. He's like, or what he say? He like pointing to the interceptor. He's like, that one. He's like, that's the fastest ship. He's like, well, isn't there
No,
the
it's
Black
not.
Pearl?
Yeah.
And then the two dickheads start arguing about whether it's even a real ship. One of them's like, "No, I've seen it." And he's like, "You've seen a ship
With
crewed by the
black
dam
sails.
that's never with black sails. Like doesn't sleep and ravages and pillages." He's like, "No, well, I've seen a ship with black sails." And he's like, "Oh, so every ship that has black sails can't possibly be." It's like, and he
Hands
obviously,
over to Jack Sparrow already on the
yeah,
ship.
just like already on the ship, and they're like, "Hey, get off there!" He's like, "What are you doing?"
No. But I have seen a ship with black sails.
Oh, and no ship that's not crewed by the damned and captained by a man so evil that hell itself spat him back out could possibly have black sails, therefore couldn't possibly be any other ship than the Black Pearl. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Like I said, there's no real ship as can match the Interceptor. Aye!
And he's like, "I'm sorry, it's just such a pretty boat." And they're like, "What's your purpose, or what's your name?" And he goes, "Smith, or Smithy if you like." And he goes, "What's your purpose here, Mr. Smith?" And he goes, and he just literally tells him, he's like, "I've come
Yeah, he's like, I'm
to."
gonna commandeer the ship. I'm gonna go get the Black Pearl, and like I'm gonna
Yeah.
like destroy a bunch of things. And they're like,
And
well,
they're just like, it's like,
why would you
"Told
tell?
he'd lie."
You're lying.
They start like arguing again, bro. So good, so good.
And then it
And
cuts to
then,
the Commodore.
yeah, yeah, obviously the Commodore's like about to propose. I think he ends up actually proposing. And like right
Yeah.
as he does that, Elizabeth passes out.
Which she hits. Like, I love the line work because like he says, "Will you
Yeah,
marry me?" or
it's a
whatever, and
miracle.
she's like, "I can't breathe," and he's like, "I
Oh
know,
yeah, and he's
it's quite
like,
hard for me too." And then you just watch her fall off a fucking cliff.
And then yeah, and then he's obviously about to jump in, and then the guy
Like, what
stops.
about the
He's like, "Oh,
rocks?
it's a miracle she missed them." Right?
Yeah.
And then we find out the two Navy guys can't even fucking swim.
No, Jack has to go
And
save
Jack
her.
has to go save her. He saves her, whatever. And then he gets, like, as he's saving her or whatever, all the Navy men pull up with their guns, whatever. Find out he's a pirate. And then they chain him up. And he takes Elizabeth hostage.
Well, I
And he
also
goes,
it's an important line to me at least. Is he
"Mm,
pulls back his thing, sees the tattoo,
yes."
and he's like, the infamous Jack Sparrow and Captain. He immediately goes, Captain Jack Sparrow.
He goes, "Don't steal a ship anywhere." He's like, "I'm in the market." Yes, dude. No, that line was awesome. He's like, "I'm in the market." And then he
Well, well, Jack Sparrow, isn't it?
Captain Jack Sparrow, if you please.
Well, I don't see your ship. Captain?
I'm in the market, as it were.
and then obviously was it my effects captain or whatever? He keeps calling him his effects.
Yes.
And he has one shot in his flintlock,
Yep.
a
And a compass that doesn't
compass
work.
that doesn't point north, his sword, and his hat. And so those are all his things he has, right? And actually that flintlock becomes very important, not only in this movie, but in future movies to come.
Yes. Yes.
And okay, so let's see. Yeah, they take all his shit, they chain him up. He captures Elizabeth.
He does. Also, I enjoy the tension between Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth as well.
Right?
The little love triangle is nice.
It is keg. I've got to say, dude, there's so many iconic quotes because this was also when he took his effects and he was like, one shot in your flintlock, and he's like, a compass that doesn't even point north. And he pulls out the sword and it's like, and I half expected it to be made of wood.
Yes. And
you got to be the worst pirate I've ever heard of. And he goes,
you have heard of me.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
And then, dude, like literally like 3 minutes after that, after he like takes Elizabeth hostage or whatever, he goes, "You will always remember this as the day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow."
Gentlemen, milady, you will always remember this as the day that you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Right, and he does his little runoff.
Fucking-
And then
And
no,
the
go on,
movie's
go on.
just him. No, I was just gonna say the movie's just him ore farming for fucking 2 hours and
It
25
is, dude.
minutes.
All movies are him just aura farming.
Yeah. But I mean,
But yeah.
his escapes are brilliant.
They really are. No, they really like yeah, they're just so ingenious and they look so fucking cool.
They
Dude,
do.
I'm not even kidding. So I had a trampoline when I was growing up in our backyard. And then like from the side of the trampoline, my dad attached a rope. It's just like a rope hanging down from a tree. Bro, I would swing on that rope and pretend I was Captain Jack Sparrow and be like boarding a ship, and then I'd like run onto the trampoline, like do a flip, pretend I was running away from bandits or whatever. Back when I watched it in like elementary school. It was so
He's
awesome.
he set the tone for pirates for me. Like
No,
he's the
exactly.
reason I've always wanted to be a pirate.
No, right? Exactly. I
Also
mean, I literally work on ships now, thanks to this
yeah,
movie.
you do. You do. I also love the commitment of his sea legs, of how he sucks on land. Like he runs like
The
a 5-year-old.
wobbliness, bro. The
Yes.
wobbliness.
Yes.
That is insane. And also the Captain Jack Sparrow bit. Like when anyone's like, "Oh, you talking about Jack Sparrow?" Captain Jack Sparrow.
Captain. Also, and like
That is insane.
not to shout to other movies, but I do love in the later movies when anyone calls him Captain Jack Sparrow, people correct or call him just Jack Sparrow. They correct him and they're like, Captain.
Yeah, no, the other people too. Yep.
Yeah. But
No,
yeah,
it's
so
so
he
good.
escapes and
Then he
then
goes. He ends up hiding out in the
in the blacksmith shop.
the blacksmith shop, right where obviously Will works. We find out this is where we find out that Will's master is like
Is it just a drunk? I'm
just a
watching him
drunkard.
poke him right now.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then he does like he like turns around and goes, "Bah!" Like, trying to scare him.
Also,
Then-
I love the cut to the donkey and then the
Yeah.
hot iron.
Yep.
Ree!
And then he breaks his chains off, but right as he does that,
The door
Will
opens.
gets back, right?
Yep.
And they find out, or I guess they get into their own fight, which is actually really cool.
It is. It is a very well
Like
done scene.
the sword, like I mean, like I was saying, Orlando Bloom took lessons, like in like pretty intense training just to do that. And I mean, I'm sure Johnny Depp probably just did that as a kid.
Yeah,
So-
he knew he was going to be a pirate.
But yeah, they have an epic sword fight, and then oh yeah, like at the very end, right as he's about to escape, the drunkard wakes up and fucking knocks him out.
Yeah, that's when the Commodore comes in and
And the
thanks him for
Commodore
all his
comes
hard
in and
work.
he's like, "Yeah, thank you, Mr. Brown." And he's like, "Just doing my community to
Civic
the
duty or whatever it
service."
is, yeah.
My service to the community. And then
See what
right, so right after that, right after that, we get to he's put into jail, right?
Yes.
And this is where all the prisoners are like trying to get the dog to come with the bone.
I also love that the dog is a reoccurring character in all the
Yes,
movies.
yes, dude, it's so awesome.
So yeah, and then the Black Pearl shows up. You feel
Yeah. Well,
the screen gets darker. The tone lighting, and I just, dude, this is the only movie where the main character's plot armor doesn't bother me. Like, where just everything happens so perfectly for him,
right?
it just doesn't even matter. Like the cannonball shooting perfectly into his cage and just hitting the lock on his door.
That was later though. In this one,
No.
no, because in this one, remember the cannonball blew the side in the hole, but because it blew the side next to him, and they were all escaping, and they were like, "Sorry, mate, you've got no sense of luck," or some shit like that as he was escaping because it wasn't big enough for Jack to get out.
Is
Because
that?
he was
Oh,
still,
that is
he
this
was,
movie.
yeah, no, that was later though when he was in the brig.
That's right. That's right.
So he was still in the thing, and then right because this is where we learn of the actual curse. Because he's
Yes.
still in the prison, and the 2 pirates come down, and we learn. I think this is where we learned they were like. Did they mention the mutiny? I don't think they did at this point, but
I
they
don't think
obviously
so.
knew Jack, and they like didn't like him because they just like spat at him, and then they ended up. So I guess when moonlight shines on them, the curse is revealed, and they turn into like the undead.
Yeah, there's skeletons, but that's
Yeah.
what's confusing because, well, I guess it does show the moon getting covered by a cloud. Because I was gonna say when they're attacking the town, there's no.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, that's what I was thinking as well. But then I was like, oh wait, it was like supposed to be super foggy. Because remember that was like right before they attacked. The governor was talking with Commodore, and he was like, "Man, it's like super foggy. You can't even see anything."
Yes, but also the confusing part is like they can't die because of the curse, obviously. But like it shows a few of them getting killed in the town.
No, but they don't die. That's the
I
whole
know
thing.
that.
Because one of them, there's the dude who's like he's like throwing grenades or whatever, and Will walks out with his axe, and he
I
like
know it
throws
nails
it
that
at
guy
him
in the
in the
back.
back. No, but later the same guy is like standing in front of Will.
Oh, it does he?
Later in the same exact like in the same sequence, but like, a little fast forwarded, Will comes on the same guy again and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then I think the guy ends up knocking him out or something.
Okay. I also
So
so
that's
like
what so we did so yeah, so like it looked like they were killed, but then we saw the same guy like up again and it was kind of like what the because obviously you're
yeah.
not supposed to know yet, but you're kind of like, "Wait, what the fuck? They
Yeah,
don't
like, why is this
Wait, they
happening?
can't die?" Yeah.
I do love
So,
the so then it cuts to them getting to Elizabeth Swan's house.
yeah. And
Introduction
this
of
is where we meet the other two.
yes. I don't even know their
The
names.
I don't think any of them. I think actually they do have names, but they find out in the later movies.
Yeah. So we'll just call him no name for now. But the
I mean,
dude
I'm gonna call them the good goons and the bad goons,
that's fair.
or the
The bad
pirate
goons
goons,
with
the pirate goons.
I love how the opening scene of them is just immediately them opening a door and shooting someone, like showing how savage they are. And then just
Right.
their slow downfall of just realizing they are not smart at all.
Bro, the shit. This is way later, but the shit where they're like, "We're gonna be rich," and they dump out a bunch of like umbrellas and frill and shit. Bro, that shit is
Yes.
so funny.
Also, I love the touch of the dude with the wooden eye. Like
Right,
just how that
right.
is a
Because
reoccurring thing.
because he gets a glass eye like a couple movies in.
Yeah. But at first it's
But
wooden.
it's so no, it's like it does splinter awful much. He goes, "Stop rubbing it." The one where he just gets there's like a fork sticking out of it.
Yes, dude. Yes.
God, bro, that movie's so good, man. Oh
Just
yeah,
fill the
okay. So
cannons with everything.
they what? They go into into the mansion, capture Elizabeth.
Yep. Hello, Poppy.
However, this is why I think the movie's so good because it just makes sense because she was just because obviously her maid was like, "They're coming after you because you're the governor's daughter." So she was like, "Oh
Yes.
shit! So I should probably not use my real name. I'm gonna use a fake name and pretend I'm the maid." So she used, coincidentally, of course, Turner because it was probably the one she knew. She was like probably thinking about him or whatever. She just came up with it, and so they were like, "Oh shit, that's exactly who we fucking need."
Hey, this is perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, she's not the one they need. They need Will Turner, but they don't know that. So they capture Elizabeth. She invokes the right of parley,
You're not even a
citing
pirate.
Morgan and Bartholomew, who were actually real pirates, by the way.
We'll
And
touch
they
on that
did
next month.
they they did establish, I believe, an actual like code among pirates. Though I don't
I
know if
ro-
it was anything super official. But
I mean, I feel
we'll look into it.
I feel like it had to have been pretty official. Oh shit! Okay, I'm just now seeing the part that you're talking about, Ilya, where the dude does show back up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good shout.
Same.
I didn't remember seeing that.
No, that's
I
what I'm
do.
saying. That was because it's like building up that because it's like I think I think what happens is Will like axes him and then he runs off to kill more pirates. And then we get to the scene where Jackson there and they show like the skeleton hand. And then after that, we see the same guy who Will axed like knock him out.
Yes, yes, with a glass bottle.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So they get Elizabeth, who's wearing the medallion, by the way, for some fucking reason.
I would wear that shit too. That shit's hard as fuck.
I mean, it is. Oh, by the way, oh yeah, Jack, when he was trying to save Elizabeth, he saw the medallion and he was like, "Where did you get that?"
Yeah, he knew.
Right. So we missed that, but so they take Elizabeth to Captain Barbosa, and so here's a fun fact about Captain Barbosa. I don't know if you knew this. Apparently, the guy who plays Captain Barbosa is convinced that because we're used to reading from left to right, he should stand on the left side of the screen so people notice him more.
Is that
So he
true?
tries, yes, he tries to stand on the left side of the screen as much as possible,
That's insane.
especially in scenes where the monkey and Elizabeth are, because he was worried they would steal all the attention from him.
I mean, he's not wrong.
So isn't that crazy though? I did not
Yeah.
know that, but I learned that and I was watching the movie and I was like, bro, it's like true. So for the next movies going forward, pay attention to that.
No, I definitely will.
It's an
That's actually
interesting
crazy.
sort of tidbit. But yeah. So we meet Barbosa and yeah, he like pretends to, or shoot. Sorry, I got distracted.
Well, he's like complaining about not like how he hasn't felt warmth or like the touch of a woman or been able to eat
I don't think he's
or like
doing
drink.
that yet.
I,
No,
I
no, this
imagine
is
so
this
much.
is their first meeting. This is their first meeting where he's like, or she's like, I've come to negotiate the assessment, blah blah blah, and he's like, it's a lot of big words, we're dumb pirates. And then she was like, I want you to leave and never come back. And he hits her with the, I'm like disinclined to acquiesce to your request. That shit was so hard, bro. And
He's the
then
goat.
so they get the medallion or whatever from her, and then they just take off with her still on board.
She's a much
Right.
needed part.
Yeah. So, but she doesn't know this, but they think she's a Turner, so they need her for the ceremony, which obviously we don't really know yet, but if you
For
don't know
sake
that
of
yet.
argument. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we cut to like Will getting all mad at the Navy guys being like, bro, you guys don't want to save Elizabeth. They're like, bruh. we're
And
doing
this is where
everything
the
we
plot
can."
thickens.
Yeah. So this is when Will goes to Jack Sparrow, who's still in the cell,
That's right.
springs
That's
him
how he
out.
gets that.
Yeah, he springs him out because it's like the like the half pin barrels or whatever,
Mhm.
hinges or whatever, which is crazy because I think in like 2 or 3 movies they use the same tactic in the Briggs. In one of the movies coming up, they have the crew like captured and Jack's like, "Wait, I remember something about like half barrel pin hinges or some
Oh.
shit." And they
Yeah, I do
break
know what you're
out,
talking about.
which is like such a cool callback.
Oh, God, I still can't get over that all of this was done from a
The
ride.
ride, isn't that
Like,
insane?
whoever at Disney came up with that idea better have been paid a lot of money.
Right, right. Okay, so yeah, they spring. Okay, and then and then the most like, dude, it's just their heists are just so ingenious. You know what I mean?
They
Like
do.
the way because it's not just like, hey, we're gonna steal a ship, bro. The way they do it is just insane. So first of all, they do the crazy ass like canoe thing underwater,
which works in real life.
which does work in real life. However, I will say it's, I don't know, to be walking that deep with a canoe that
No,
deep,
the pressure definitely would have blown it
would
up.
be insane. But if you were if you had like metal on your feet or some shit, maybe,
Yeah,
you know, so that
you
you could
know,
hold it down. But
I'm
still,
sure Captain Jack came up with something.
yeah. But it was still a fucking crazy scene.
Yeah, it's definitely an iconic scene.
What did he say? Oh, there was something. This is either madness or genius, and Jack was like, "You'll be crazy. You'll be surprised to learn like how often those are intertwined, or some shit like that,"
Yes,
which is a banger
yes.
line.
This is either madness or brilliance.
It's remarkable how often those two traits coincide.
And then they get onto a ship, right? And they're just, which is like just some random ship, and they're like, "Aha!" Wait, do they get onto the Interceptor?
Yeah, it's the Navy ship. Yeah.
They get onto the Interceptor, which is the fastest ship. And they're like, "We're stealing it." And they're like, "Okay." The Navy guys are like, "Okay, it's you two, but whatever." So they get off and they're like, "They're stealing the ship." And Commodore Norrington's like, "Fucking hell, Will Turner." So what did he say? He's like, "Rash. Too rash."
Yeah.
So the Navy gets in their own ship, which isn't the Interceptor, right?
Well, no. Okay. No. They aren't. They don't start on the Interceptor. They
No,
are
I
on a
feel like
different boat.
I feel
No,
like
no,
they do start on the Interceptor, and then a
no.
different ship comes up.
I'm watching it right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. The Interceptor catches up to them, and they
Okay,
all
yeah.
swing. They all swing over
Yeah,
to
they
the
all
other
swing
boat,
over,
and
and
once they
then
all get over, Captain
yeah,
Jack and Turner
yeah,
swing
they hop
onto the
onto the
Interceptor.
Interceptor and cut all the lines and shit and just take off, and they're like, "Hey, thanks for getting it ready for us, guys. We never could have done
Yes.
it ourselves,"
Yeah.
which is just so fucking cack. Oh my god, it's insane. So obviously they go off, and then they come to Tortuga.
Well, I don't want to
Right.
skip over one of my other favorite lines
Okay, wait.
where
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
where they, you know,
There's this
obviously,
whole there's this whole argument, right, of them on the boat.
and they say he was the worst pirate ever, like earlier, and as he's sailing away, because he broke the
Oh.
rudder, he broke the rudder too.
Oh yes, because
Eh,
he's like catch up to them, and he's like, "Sir, they've
yes,
dismantled the rudder chain."
and they run over their homies, and he's like,
Yeah,
not the Commodore, but his like right hand guy
yeah.
is like,
No, the
that has
Commodore,
got to
the
be,
like the lieutenant or some
yeah,
shit,
the best pirate I've ever seen.
which just made Commodore Norrington like even more pissed, bro.
Yeah.
That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen. So it would seem.
No, it's so insane, bro. Like the one-liners in here are just so good.
They're all tied together.
Yeah. But yeah, so at this point, they're sailing away. They're going to Tortuga, and
To get a
like
crew
Jack
together.
and Will. Well, Jack and Will have like some sort of argument almost, right? In
Yeah.
which we learned that William's father was Bootstrap Bill,
A
aka
notorious
also
pirate.
Will Turner, but he was also a pirate, and so yeah. And then we get to Tortuga, which is awesome
I would love to go to
because
Tortuga.
so apparently, and I actually haven't seen this, but apparently they made a movie which is a prequel to this, which involves the events of Tortuga. And so you find out why what's it, Scarlet and that other chick, why they like smack, why they're mad at Jack
Captain Jack.
Sparrow,
Yeah.
why Cotton lost his tongue. So yeah, apparently there's a movie on that. I haven't seen it. It could be
Neither of us
interesting
have
to
seen
watch
it.
though. We haven't seen it, but could be interesting to watch. But you know, it's not on the schedule. We don't have
We don't have 6 weeks in January.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it is what it is. It's not that important, but it's just a cool thing to know that there is actually lore on why cotton doesn't have a tongue,
And I never doubted that there wouldn't be lore.
right?
I also I love the parrot, man.
I know, right?
They're like,
Also a recurring
we
character.
taught the parrot to speak for him. And it's like one word for everything.
He doesn't even say a word. He doesn't even say like yes or no. He says like a phrase, and they're like, generally, we take that to mean yes. But yeah, right. They team up with Gibbs, who was also at the beginning, who seemed to have been some sort of Navy guy earlier.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
he was in the opening scene with young Elizabeth and when they found Will. But now they find him like sleeping in a pigsty, wake him up or whatever, and they go and look for a crew. And Jack tells Gibbs, he's like, I'm going after the Black Pearl. And Gibbs is like, bro, you're crazy. And Jack's like, don't worry, I got leverage. And he's talking about Will, obviously. And then he mentions that that's the son of Bootstrap Bill Turner. And then when he says that, Gibbs says some shit. He's like, the son of Bootstrap Bill Turner, you say? And then what is it? He says like, a change in the winds, says I, or some
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like
It's like
that,
it's
bro.
favorable or something.
Yeah. Okay. You
And
go
then
on. Explain.
I think it's oh well then you go to then there's the scene of Barbosa and fake Miss Turner,
Elizabeth.
yeah,
Yeah.
eating, and they're discussing, shit going down,
No, wait. You
obviously.
gotta, dude. No, you gotta come back to the banger line of when it's the pirate goons. They come in and they're like, the captain requests you to join him for dinner tonight. And she goes, I'm disinclined to acquiesce to his request. And he goes, he said you'd say that. So, and if that's the case, you'll be eating with the crew and you'll be naked. And then she like takes the dress and they're like visibly upset.
I forgot about that part.
That shit is fire. But yeah, so she goes to Barbosa and going.
Well, it's hard because I don't have the sound on, and well, he's talking about his curse right now.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
this is when he's talking about like I haven't felt the warmth of a human flesh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they walk outside, and the whole crew is
Yeah.
skeletons working on the ship. Where obviously you learn of the curse, and then one of my favorite scenes from this is when he walks out and he grabs the rum, and you just see it
Yeah.
flow
Pouring through
through
a
his body.
skeleton. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, yeah, you learn of the curse right there.
Yeah, no, because I think he actually does explain the curse that they took.
He does.
It was like 880 pieces of Aztec gold. And then
One went
is this where
missing.
he says some shit, the blood to pay it back? Or is that later?
Yes.
Because
No.
I think she kind of, I don't know if he actually says like we need your blood, but he says that, and so we kind of figure, they think, or it's starting to come together that the pirates think they have the blood they need, right? But
Yes.
so obviously they don't.
They do not. And then it's the scene on the dock of the whole crew put together. Which I didn't realize this until watching it again, that Gamora from whatever it's called. What's that movie called with Gamora, the green girl? With Star-Lord?
Is it a superhero movie?
Yeah, it's the Marvel movie.
I don't
Guardians
know.
of the Galaxy. I didn't realize she was in this movie until I rewatched it.
Is that her?
Yeah, she's on the crew, which I thought was funny.
Is that the girl who like smacks him?
Yes, yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently that movie I was talking about explains, I think, about her too.
Let's see. Where do they sail to next?
They sail to the fucking cove, the island. Oh no! This is also, so they're like sailing, and then during this time, we get a little clip of Will going up to Gibbs, and he's like, "Oh, first of all, we learn of the mutiny of Jack Sparrow,
Yes.
right?
And why they
We
left him.
also, so there's like, and there's also, I don't know, I think this happened right before the mutiny explanation, but he was like, how are we gonna find a place if like the compass doesn't even point north? And Gibbs goes, but we're not looking for north, are we?
Yep.
Which is like, because like the compass is not even a big deal in this movie.
It's not. It's
It's
definitely
like that's
a
like the
later play
only
thing.
that's like the only thing that's kind of referenced about the compass, but it becomes such a big thing later.
Yeah. I guess they do go to the cove, huh?
Isn't that insane? Like
That is-
that's what I'm talking about the all the like the little details about, because like you know how in some shows or like some movies, something that was never referenced in the first movie, like never fucking came up ever before, and then all of a sudden it's just like there, and you're just like, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Another one of the fucking so when they're on the ship, it's Gibbs and Turner talking about sorry, I got a dog hair in my mouth.
yeah,
Why Captain Jack lost the Pearl and how he got stranded on an island for like ever and how no one's made it off before. And Turner's like, well, how do you get off?
yeah.
And they're like, legend has it, he strapped he waited 4 days and 4 nights in the water
Yeah,
until the sea life got accustomed to him.
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
strapped 2 turtles to his feet. And he's like, well, how'd he strap the turtles to his feet if he was out there for, 4 days? And then it pans to Captain Jack listening to him and goes, human hair.
Yeah, from my back.
Yeah.
It was so awesome, bro. No, it's insane, right? And okay, yeah. So I guess we're coming up on what seems to be the climax, but actually isn't. It's only halfway into the movie,
It's crazy, yeah.
right? This is where we get to the pirates of the Black Pearl get to the cove first, with Elizabeth and the Aztec gold, and then
There's just so much gold, bro.
our jolly crew of Will and etc. End up sort of coming nearby, and then Will and Jack go together. And before they leave, right? What's his face? Jack Sparrow tells Gibbs, he's like, if we or what is it? It's like Gibbs says something like, "What should we do if like you guys fall behind or some shit?" And Jack's like, "Stick to the code."
Yep.
Right, which we find out means any man left behind or any man who falls behind is left behind.
Which fire code, honestly.
So yeah,
And they
you want
they're
to explain the next part?
yeah, so they're holding, Will and Jack, they're trying to devise a plan. They're holding Elizabeth over the gold because they need her blood.
Right. Yep.
And they slit her, and again,
Slit her hand. They slit her hand.
yeah, the pirate goons after this
Yeah.
are like, well, how do we know if it worked? And without hesitation,
Wait. This is right. Wait, before all this is where like all the pirates like brought all their gold and shit, I guess. Because they were like, or this is where they kept their gold, and this is where we see the two goons go like, "We're gonna be so rich, and we'll be able to get you a glass eye." And this is like, this one's
Umbrellas.
so much. Stop rubbing it. And then they're just like standing there holding fucking umbrellas and like dresses. But yeah,
Which
okay.
is-
So they try to break the curse with Elizabeth, and they do like the ritual or whatever, I guess.
yeah, they drop the gold in.
What were you
they
saying
cut it-
about the pirate goons?
so they look at Captain Barbossa and they're like, well,
Yeah, they look so that I guess Aaron
sorry,
cut out.
I got another call. I had to deny it.
You're good.
Yeah, they're like, well, how do we know if it works? And Barbosa just pulls out his flintlock and fucking shoots him right in the heart. And he like looks down, looks back up, and he's like, "You shot me."
Yeah.
Dude,
No, it was
clearly,
good, but
this is where you learn it did not work.
right.
And fuck, Turner, does he hit Captain Jack in the head? Hey, be quiet, you. I love you, but shh.
No, so first Captain Barbosa like smacks the fuck out of Elizabeth and she falls down. And then
Yes.
because Jack was gonna use this opportunity to go out and be like, "Oh, the curse didn't work" or whatever. So he gets smacked on the head with an orb by Will. And he gets
Yes, and he
knocked
gets
out.
knocked out.
And Will sneaks up to Elizabeth, and
And
they
saves
both
her.
sneak off. Right?
Yes. But this is where the crew learns that Captain Jack is not dead. Very important because everyone thought
No, yeah, they sneak away, and then right because they're all arguing. The pirates are all arguing while this is happening. Like Captain Jack's knocked out. Will and Elizabeth are sneaking away on their own rowboat, and then the pirates are all arguing and being like, "Bro, you fucking let us here and it didn't work or whatever." Blah 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 blah. And some guy eventually goes, "Just cut her throat and see if it works." So he looks down and he's like, she's gone. Like someone's like whatever. And they're all trying to find her. And they end up finding Jack.
where he
And they're
doesn't
like,
even know the word parlay.
yeah, it's true. But they're like, you're supposed to be dead. And he's like, surprise. Yeah, he's like, Pearl. Huh.
Uh,
Oh, snap.
and then the pirate goons are like,
They're like,
parlay?
parlay?
He's
And he
like,
goes,
ah,
parlay,
parlay.
that's the one. And the dude is just so fucked. It's because it's the goons. It's the guy with the wooden eyes, like parlay. And then
You're like,
Jack's
why
like,
would
yeah,
you
that's the
say
one,
that?
parlay. And then the other one just looks at him. He's like, parlay. He's like, whoever fucking came up with that. And Jack just goes, I do believe that was the French. Holy cake. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
then
I guess they find out
Barbosa and
Jack's
Jack
still alive.
meet. Yeah, Barbosa
Yeah.
and Jack have their little meeting. He tells them about his little trade deal, so they keep him alive. And then yeah, it's fucking. They're back on the boat. Yeah, I feel like brain dead. That
Yeah.
wine did a
So
number on me.
yes, and this is when they captured Jack, and then they take and Will and Elizabeth are on the intercept or no. Yes, they're on an interceptor with their jolly crew.
Yes. Also,
Captain
small shout
Jack
real
is
quick.
taken to prison in onto the Black Pearl. Give your shout out, please.
I don't believe we touched on this. I loved that the crew named the monkey Jack.
Yes. Yes.
It's big, big
Yes.
funny plays.
That actually, yeah, that actually, we learned that in a like soon. It actually hasn't happened yet. Because actually, right after this is when, uh, so Elizabeth and Will have their like touching moment or whatever, and he finds out that like she stole his medallion, blah blah blah, whatever, this and that, and then the Black Pearl and the Interceptor get into an epic cannon fight where the Interceptor first tries to outrun the Black Pearl by dropping all of their shit, including all their cannonballs. And then they realize they're not outrunning it, so they just like fucking do like some crazy maneuvers and swing stern, and then they just have a cannon fight, right? And then
Is this the one where they're yeah, this is where they use the forks and stuff.
yeah, this is where they're using the forks, and then there's a scene where one of them grabs like Gibbs' bottle,
His
where he always
flask.
has rum, his flask, sticks it in and shoot it out. And then there's those like fighting and shit. And we cut to Jack Sparrow in the brig, and like their cannon shoots a hole through the side of the ship and like knocks the cage loose by like hit the lock or whatever. And he's like, "Stop blowing holes in my ship!" And then it looks down, it's fucking Gibbs' flask.
He picks it up too.
No, he picks it up and gives it back to him, and he's like,
Yes, and
"Fucking
he
empty,
goes,
bro."
absolute
So
aura.
good, yeah. So he gets back onto the ship, and then he tries to Yeah, I mean, eventually the Black Pearl just captures all of the Interceptor's crew, right? They're all, and he's like, if any of you thinks the word parlay, so I fucking gut you. But yeah, and then, oh yeah, because Will was like trapped trying to get the medallion or some shit. And then the ship exploded. We all thought he was dead. But then all of a sudden he just like appears and he's like, if you guys don't let him go, I'll fucking kill myself. And they're like, who the fuck are you? And he
Oh yeah, he's
goes,
like, don't do
I'm
anything
Will
stupid.
Turner. Yeah, yeah, it's just like, who are you? And he was like, oh, it's just one of my aunt's cousins, nephews, relatives, twice removed. He's like, I'm
We're
Will
not close.
Turner, son of Bootstrap Bill Turner. And they're like, he's the bloody spitting image of Bill.
Yeah.
And so he like threatens to kill himself or whatever. So and he's like, I want Elizabeth released and then like the crew not to be harmed or whatever. And he's like, all right.
Yes.
So they released Elizabeth by making her walk the plank and stranding her on the same island that they left Jack at. She walks the plank, dives off. And then they make Jack walk the plank as well. And then we get the famous Yo Ho song
The bottle
with
of rum.
the bottle of rum with Jack and Elizabeth Swan chilling on the beach, Is it why? And then the next morning, it's like, why is the rum gone?
I love his first order of business was to to find the rum. He's just like, Elizabeth is talking to him, like,
Yeah,
oh,
he's
how'd you get
just
off the first
looking.
time? He's just pacing. He's like, 1,
No,
2.
yeah, he finds a tree, like knocks it. He's like, okay, this is the hollow one.
Yeah.
Does his little step. But yeah, we find out last time he escaped because the island was used by rum traders and he just hitched a
Yes.
ride essentially.
And they showed up like 2 days later.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, they're just chilling on the island, and I mean, yeah, you can explain what happens next.
So, obviously Jack is a pirate and he's trying to, fancy Miss Swan. And, they're trying to get each other drunk. And Elizabeth is playing into it because of her secret plan of, blowing the rum up the next morning. So she waits until Jack blacks out. She's like, yeah, essentially like, I'll have sex with you, but I'm not drunk enough yet. And he's like, I can drink to that. And then you see him tip his head back, drink the rest of his rum, pass out. And, next morning he wakes up and he like sees
Fat
a
fire.
massive fire. And he's like, the rum, what have you done to my rum? And
She's like,
Elizabeth is,
one, it's a vile drink. And then
yeah.
and that turns like the best man. Two, this thing will be visible for miles. And like three, people are fucking looking for me and shit. And he goes, yeah, but why is the rum gone?
What are you doing? You burned all the food, the shade, the rum.
Yes, the rum is gone.
Why is the rum gone?
To which they're almost immediately saved, just for, sake of plot and time, I'm assuming.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it did kind of cut. I mean, to be fair, it seemed like he did walk like all the way across the island. I mean, it probably didn't take
Yes.
that long, but
Yes.
it could have been a few hours.
And it shows Will stuck in the Briggs. And, obviously they're journeying back to nothing really important. So they're just kind of journeying back to the cove to kill Will. And that is when the Navy shows up.
Yeah, the Navy. Well, no, because Will or not Will, what's his face? Elizabeth and Jack get picked up by the Navy.
Yes, and they explain what's happening.
And Governor Swan, yeah. Will's captured and he's in the brig. And what is Jack makes like a deal or some shit with the
Yeah, I think if he gives Will and Elizabeth back and shows them where the gold is and like all the other pirates, he would like be allowed to go with the Black Pearl or something.
Because Jack's whole goal in this is to try to get his fucking ship back, the Black Pearl.
Yes. To which leads to shout out to the umbrellas you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
The bad pirate goons in dresses and umbrellas to block the moonlight so they don't turn into skeletons to distract the Navy on a little rowboat.
Yeah, exactly. That shit is so fire because and then yeah, because then all the pirates just climb up onto the ship
Yes.
from like the bottom of the sea because they're undead, so they can just walk onto this ship. It's like an epic fight on board or whatever.
Well, also because they don't know that about the curse yet. At least the Navy doesn't. To which the governor, I like that he like chops off the arm of.
And it's like still attacking him.
Yes.
That scene is so keck, bro. He like sticks it in their closet and it's just like it's
It's still flapping around.
yeah, but so and then we get to like because while all this is happening, Jack and like Barbosa and like some and Will and some other pirates are like fighting. Right? And they're like there's like this epic scene where Jack gets like stabbed or whatever. And then he like steps into the moonlight and he's also a
Yes,
skeleton. And he
also a
pulls out
skeleton.
one of the coins because he stole one during like the scuffling. And then also the one where he like stuck the grenade in the skeleton's ribs and then pushed him
Oh, and then
away
push
from
him
the
out. Yes.
moonlight. Like and then that was pretty cool too.
It
But
was a
yeah,
good one.
so I think and then eventually like at the end, would they like break the they like break the oh no, he shoots Barbosa in the chest
Yeah, and he's like,
right as like Will
I
breaks the
can't
curse.
die.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I can't die. And then
And
it
then he
like
starts
shows him
bleeding.
bleeding. And he's like, oh shit. And then we like it pans to Will like doing breaking the curse or whatever. And
Yeah,
all of a
slicing his
sudden all the
hand.
pirates are not undead anymore. A lot of them get captured. The governor opens the drawer that the hand was in, and it's just like apparently it stinks because it's fucking
Dead.
decomposing
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah. So broken curse, and then it, cuts to the Navy.
And then
The
it cuts to the
Commodores.
hanging scene.
Yeah, the Commodore's like, I lied, Jack. Like we are gonna kill you. Yeah. So
Yeah, and it gets
good
to this
old.
crazy scene where shows a hanging, but it also shows the crew that Jack picked up sort of interspersed in the crowd. Right, we see
Yeah.
the parrot flying overhead
And
and
that
shit.
alerts Elizabeth.
Right, yeah, and then like crazy escape ensues.
Well, I want to say I really enjoy that instead of Will throwing his sword to cut the rope, he threw it under his feet and he's just like dangling and dancing, like trying
Dead
not to
off
die.
the edge of the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that was probably safer though.
Yes. Yes.
Like, imagine if you miss, then you're completely screwed.
Will does it.
But yeah, no, that was cake. He was like dancing on sword. Eventually escapes. Will, and then what's it like? I take it you won't be marrying me, and then they like make out. She makes out with Will, and then they all escape together.
Yeah. Well, no, they don't all escape together. Jack.
Oh no, I guess
Only
yeah.
Jack escaped.
Will and what's her face? Elizabeth stay, but they like
Yeah.
start making out in front of Commodore Norrington's face.
He's a
And
cuck.
he's like, "Damn, bro, dude, he's not a cuck, bro. This girl ruined his life.
No, that's true.
Like in the next movies, you'll see this girl ruined his fucking life, bro.
So funny.
You can't even argue that. It's like he didn't even really do anything wrong, bro. Like he wasn't even a dick or anything.
No, he just honestly loved
He
this
was
girl. And
he was just like he's just a good old Navy guy, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't even like mean to anyone,
women be women.
Like he was definitely stern and like wasn't a joking around kind of guy, but he's a fucking Commodore in the Navy.
Yeah, and then movie essentially
Oh,
over,
heck.
set up for the next one. I forget how they set up the next one though. Like I guess because Jack escaped, and then it's him getting to
Because
his,
Jack escaped.
he gets to his crew, and they're like, "I Yeah, and then movie over.
Wonderful movie, dude.
One of my all-time favorites.
It's really good. It's really good. I mean, the whole series is really good. Like,
It is.
they don't really miss. Even when they deviate from the Elizabeth Swan will sort of thing, like, still good. Because I believe the first 3 movies were the same director, and then the 4th one was a different one, and the 5th one was also different from the first 2.
I did not know that.
But yeah, no, just very well set up. I like watching back, especially seeing the other movies. It's very impressive how well the other movies are set up from day one.
It is. All right. So aside from obviously Captain Jack Sparrow, who I'm assuming is your favorite character, who is your favorite character?
I mean, it is definitely Jack Sparrow, but
All right.
in
If that's
terms
not
of
an option,
yeah, I get it. I got it. I don't know. I really like the Barbosa's character.
really,
I've always fucked with him, bro. He's just such like a pirate.
he is very piratey.
Like the nails, the teeth. Like he doesn't. He's got like a random ass scar on his face.
Yeah, he does not
Later, he
care.
gets the peg leg. Like
Yeah, doesn't he? Does he have a hook for a hand, or is that someone else?
that's later.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
forgot about. Huh. Wonderful movie.
What about yours?
I don't know, honestly. I might. Hmm. My favorite. It might have to be Gibbs in the first movie.
Gibbs.
Yeah,
Gibbs
I
is a
know
good character, dude.
he is. I think because I mean he's essential to the storyline. Um, he's a solid dude. He's very loyal to Jack, and I think
Yeah.
loyalty is a big
Yeah.
honorable
No,
trait.
he's a very good like first mate. He dude, he would never stage a mutiny.
He would never. But dude, I feel so bad for the rum.
Right? Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone?
No, on it just so many iconic lines too from the movie.
There's I think like when the pirate goons like found Elizabeth and they're like open the thing, they're like, "Hello, Poppy." I mean,
Hello, puppet.
I said that for
Dude,
years.
I still say that sometimes.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, sometimes I'm like looking for something. Hello, puppet.
Hello, Poppy. And finds
Apparently,
his
I
rope in the
think
bed
that
sheets.
is actually a reference to a different movie in itself.
Huh. I did not know that.
Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. References the Spanish Main, 1945. Source of line Poppet.
Huh.
Yeah.
What a weird poll.
Right? It's cool though.
Damn, I can't believe they did do a lot of research. I
That's
can't get
insane,
over
dude.
that this is all from a ride.
Isn't that insane? This
Yeah,
is
it's
like
nutty.
that's why it's so good though as like as film because like it sprang naturally. I don't know. It's like because a lot of times, when it'll be like based off a book or some shit, and I don't know. It's usually never good. I just watched
No.
Frankenstein. That one it was pretty like it was really well shot and stuff, but when they take their own liberties and they kind of just ruin the whole point of the story, in my
Yeah.
opinion, which is like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
And this is never done before,
But
so they could do whatever they wanted.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so good too. Man, it's just so nuts, dude. The escape scenes, perfect. The characters,
Perfect.
perfect. Like,
It
who's
is one
the
of the best
who's
movie
the worst
franchises.
character? Who's the worst character in this film?
Oh, I honestly don't know if there are any.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, there's not a single
I
character
don't
that I
even.
dislike.
That's what I don't even dislike it. Like, maybe Governor Swan. Like, but even him, like, he plays it very well.
Yeah, even he has his character
Like, you
arcs.
know what I mean? And then, not to mention, bro, like, just knowing what comes up in the later movies,
Yeah,
like, dude, it's insane. Like, he actually is, like, the acting's very good, and the
yeah, and they're
characters are very well written. Because the thing is, it's like everything about it is realistic. I mean,
yes.
to an
Well,
extent. Like,
aside from
the characters
yes,
are actually seem realistic.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, in the first movie, I'd say Will's my least favorite.
Will,
Yeah,
I could see that.
I mean, he redeems himself eventually, but like, yeah, I was never a Will Turner fan.
I was a Will Turner fan because I was an Orlando Bloom fan because of Legolas. 'Cause I thought
That's fair.
Legolas was sick. I thought Legolas was sick as fuck. So when Will would be doing shit, but I was always a Jack Sparrow fan.
Gotta be,
So
gotta be a Jack Sparrow fan.
it is what it is, man.
It is indeed. Well, Mr. Ilya,
Nice. All right. I'll work on editing now. So
fantastic. Everyone, I'm sorry for not talking too much today. I failed dry January and my head is throbbing and I can't remember shit. But we got her done. We felt bad about, leaving you guys for
yeah,
2
guys, we're sorry. Not too sorry though.
No. We
We
still
need
haven't been
breaks.
paid for the podcast, so
That's true. This is completely free right now.
this
So
is free content. If you love us, we'll leave our Venmo and Cash App in the description.
okay.
We got to get paid somehow. Well, thank you all for listening. Until next week.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I mean, it should be 2 episodes this week though.
Yeah.
If all goes to plan, I won't. All right, guys. Thank you and happy New Year.
Happy New Year.